Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good
I am
afternoon.
Rajni Jain from editorial team of agricultureinformation.com. The duration of this meeting will be of about 30 to 40 minutes. We request all the participants to mute themselves to avoid background disturbances. You can be either on audio or video call. Sharing of the videos is individual preferences. I now request the moderator, Mr. Brito, to introduce the speaker and start the meeting. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mrs. Rajani. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Joseph Brito, and I'll be moderating this session. Uh, and on behalf of agricultureinformation.com, I welcome the speaker, Dr. Manasa Satheesh from BCX Bioorganics, who will be speaking on the topic tissue culture in agriculture. So I request Dr. Manasa to give us a brief introduction of herself and her organization and about the topic that she's going to speak. And thereafter, there will be questions by the participants. Please start, Dr. Manasa.
Yeah, good afternoon, participants. Thank you. And myself, Manasa Satish. I'm CTO, Chief Technical Officer from BCX Bioorganics. So the topic, as you all know, it is all about tissue culture, plants in agriculture. My expertise in tissue culture is almost for 10 years right now. Right from 2009 onwards, I am on field. And in 2017, we are into one more concern, which is production of organic fertilizers and pesticides. So even in this field, we are having the application of tissue culture because we first test the products in vitro, then we go for whole testing outside. So multi-location trials, everything happens later. Once the product is successful in vitro, then we go for the testing outside. This is what about, and I would like to share my screen. Just a second, hold on.
Yeah, Ms. Mansa, just give me 1 second. I'll just make you the presenter.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you can show.
Yeah. Yes, so concern name is BCX Bioorganics, established in 2017. As the topic is on tissue culture, my expertise is in producing bamboos mainly. Totally 8 varieties of bamboos we are producing, and other varieties like vanilla, all exotic varieties. So far, I have worked on with 114 species of plants, and in that totally 9 varieties are highly successful, commercially very successful. That are like banana, bamboo. In bamboo itself, 3 species are there, which is Balcova, Brandisi, and Asper. Stocksy, there is no such market, so we are limiting the production. Then pomegranate, the vanilla, and some of the ornamentals also. So we are into all these things. And apart from that, now mainly my expertise and overall, my concentration is more into organic agriculture. And all our farmers who are our banana buyers, everybody, we are trying them to making them to start using organic products, because people don't know exactly what is natural farming and organic farming. They always mix both the things, and then they feel organic inputs are not necessary. So that is what is most important. We educate the farmers, and we work in such a way that we don't put the products in the market. It's like we do the sales against the prescription. So it's like we take the farms under control. For example, if it is a pomegranate farm, once a farmer comes to us to buy the product, we don't sell the product. We say we'll guide you through the procedure, right from the initiating the stress and how to go to the fruiting till the end. We also support them for the marketing of the product. Not necessarily they should be a organic farmer. Even if he is a chemical farmer, we help them, but we make sure we are working residue free. Nothing but we are giving, we are not prescribing any chemical fungicides, and there are no chemical pesticides. That alone we make sure we are not giving, because organic farming is nothing but you have to use lots of FIM on time. Input is most important, because they get mineralized very faster than a chemical fertilizers. This is what it's all about. And especially in case of tissue culture, banana, we have captured totally 3,000 acres of farming in Govichettipalayam, and we are working with a FPO by name Karani Farmers Producers Company, where they produce organic bananas, and we supply the tissue culture plants for them. The most important advantage of tissue culture plant is nothing but they will be like mother. In the sense, when we select a mother plant, we make sure that particular mother plant is very healthy and it was high yielding and the quality is very good. That's how when we identify that, and we go for the multiplication. So all the offsprings produced by the tissue culture procedure, it will be same like the mother. There are of course restriction. I have to understand, the people who are joined the meeting are more interested in the technical talk, or how is it? I wanted to get a feedback, so accordingly I can move forward.
I think you can go generally, to inculcate some interest for tissue culture plants. So what is so special about tissue culture plants? And then is there any awareness, required for the farmers and all? Anything specific? What are the new trends in tissue culture? Anything new findings in tissue culture? Those things we can talk about.
Yes. Yeah, okay. So if you see, tissue culture is most popularized only in one crop so far. High supply is happening in only one crop, which is nothing but banana. Next crop, I would say commercial horticulture crop, I would say it would be pomegranate. But pomegranate, there is a heavy restriction in the production. In the sense, the success rate of the pomegranate hardening is very, very low. So what happens when they go for hardening? Only 50-60% of the production comes out after hardening. So the farmer won't be ready to take the sapling if for whatever rate the company is quoting it. But in case of banana, we have again in that also restriction, like some varieties like Elaki banana and other Mundan varieties and all. No? There should be a volume, number one. Like 30,000 plants per year is not a good volume for a company to produce it. So minimum of 5 lakh plants should be there. 0.5 million is most important for coming to that particular rate. So in tissue culture, the advantages, if you see, they are all disease free. So crop wise, I'm only talking about banana, because that is what is most successfully being sold among the farmers. So in tissue culture plants, what are the advantages that we see in banana? I would like to speak to you. In that, if you see banana, you have wilting problem, Ravinia problem. Then you have Sigatoka, the black Sigatoka. Panama wilt is what they call as wilt. So all these diseases are, completely at the point of fruiting. At that time, it starts, and as you know, it is a very long crop. It will be there for 12 months, minimum of 12 months, 10 to 12 months, depending upon the region, organic carbon content in the soil. The duration may increase or decrease. Sometimes it will be in 8 to 10 months itself, they will start yielding. Sometimes it will be 12 months. And again, it depends upon some of the varieties like red banana. G9 is a variety where it comes in 10 months. Red banana, again, it will take 12 to 13 months. Elaki, there is a production problem. If we are selling the plant for 25 rupees, farmer won't be ready to take. That is there. But I would say in banana, because of this Erwinia, Panama wilt, and all those things, once the disease comes to the soil, it will be there in the soil. It is more like an infected soil. So it is not a plant transferred. It is actually not transferred from plant to plant. It is once it is there, once the disease comes to the plant, then it will be there in the soil. Treating the soil is not possible for the farmer. Maximum they'll go for FIM or some kind of local application of some fungicides or anything. So, but again they will go to sporulation stage, and again when the good environment comes, when the pesticide or the fungicide which they are applying, When the concentration reduces, again they will come back and they will start infecting the soil. So all these things are more important. So when they take in form of a sucker, when they want to plant banana, they take in form of a sucker. We don't know the history of the plant, okay, what happened and all. The farmer will go, not even they are not even thinking about the yield. They don't even select the mother plant also. Mother plant in the sense, not necessarily it should be one or two. At least they don't even mark before the harvest. Generally farmer gets the suckers after the harvest only. So they don't know whether it is a performing plant, non-performing plant, whether it is a mutated plant. Yeah, I mean, it is not actually mutation, we call it as off type. Off type means they cannot bear fruits at all. So for example, if one plant is not bearing fruit, okay, and there will be minimum 5-10 suckers which will be taken out from that particular dig, whatever they are taking. So those all the 10, so one is replicated to 10 now, and the 10 is planted to the farmer. So all these problems are there. So minimum there will be 20 to 25% yield reduction will be there. This is only because of the selection from an unknown source. And next, coming to the disease, whatever diseases and pests which are there in the farm, in that farm, will be transferred to your farm. So because it come, they just take it, prune it. They don't even prune it so much because it should not dry. It is all bulb varieties, so they all put together and immediately take it to the farm, and they will try to plant in 1 day's time or maximum 2 days time. So automatically in the root region itself, you are giving the disease. Whatever that particular farm was having the disease will come and get infected to your area. That is one problem, and it keeps on getting transferred. So once it comes, for example, as I told you, Theni, Gobichetipalayam, all these areas, banana belt, they don't go for, they cannot do the crop rotation because that particular climate, soil, it is more like the soil is made for banana. So even for 5 harvest, 10 harvest, 5-10 years also, they will not do the crop rotation. They are only like, because the water, climate, everything is set like that, and the market is also there, because whenever they want banana, immediately the export market or whatever it is, they only focus on specific regions because of the grading, transportation, and all those things. They do that. So if you take tissue culture plant, the first 25% of the problem that I was talking about, which is the selection, uniformity, because even the suckers, if you see, when you are growing a banana, from the bottom, when you get the offsprings, every offspring will come in a different time. Some will come the 3rd to 5th month itself, some will come emerge in the 6th to 7th month, some will come only at the end. But they cannot do grading, and they don't, because they keep on cutting the tips of the offsprings, make sure that the mother plant keeps growing. So the age is not determined. So the uniform harvest is not happening. When you're going and planting it to a field, the uniform harvest is not at all possible. When the timeline, sometimes it will start you will start getting the yield in 8th month, some will get in 9th month, some will get in 10th month, and sometimes it gets extended even 2 more months also. You cannot close the crop. So there are 2 advantages that you got. Uniform harvesting, of course there will be little bit difference, but not more than 15-20 days. You can close the crop in 1 month. There will be uniform yield, quality will be good, at least for the first harvest or the second harvest. And one thing is that tissue culture plants are disease free, but they are not disease resistant. People start taking saying that this is mutated GMO, disease will not come to these plants, that's why it is not good for human health. No, it is not like that. Tissue culture industry is completely regulated. Complete the norms, the production, everything is regulated by Government of India. So we are even having Department of Biotechnology certifications for that. So in that case, there is no harm in using tissue culture plants. They are not hybrids also. They are not hybrids, they are not GMO, and they are naturally grown. And people say it is not from the India and all those things. So yes, of course it is not from India initially. Some of the variety Yelaki, red banana and all from India only, but some varieties like G9 and all those things, they say it is all from other countries and all these things. Yes, of course it is from other country, even dates is from other country only. So there is no we make sure it is not a GMO, I mean genetically modified plant. It is not like that. Even we are having the mother plant bank where they do it. For example, if it is banana, NRCB, National Research Center for Banana is there. They have given the regulations how to use it. In fact, they test for the virus, everything. And next point that I am coming to is, first I was talking about the yield and all those things. The year you are going to save 25%, and after that coming to the disease, major problem. Thousands and thousands of acres of banana plantations are being affected by Panama wilt in these regions. Panama wilt and Segotoka. Exactly. For example, now whatever climate right now that we have, this rain is enough for the banana to get the spots on the produce. After 1 year of produce, unlike other crops like 3 months, tomatoes 4 5 months, so all these crops, no, it is a short-term crop. But if you see banana, we have to wait. The investment goes for 1 year, and finally only in the yield they face this problem of disease, and they cannot sell the produce. Good rate will not come. So like that it happens. So what happens? uh, if you are using tissue culture plants, at least the farmer can be sure that for 1 or 2 yields, because there will be one ratoon that every tissue culture company recommend for the farmer. So second ratoon will be always little faster, which will be like 5 to 6 months early. But the uniform harvesting we cannot assure for the second ratoon. So for the first harvest, at least it will be more economical, more profitable, and second harvest will be again because it is little short term crop, again the farmer can see the yield. This is what all about. And coming to the company, so we are the producers of organic fertilizers and pesticides, and it is certified by Control Union. All these certified inputs are suitable for organic agriculture, and not only for organic agriculture, it is also used for chemical fertilizers. They are not bio, so it is fully compatible with the chemical fertilizers as well as chemical pesticides also. And more innovatively, our products are having organic carbon based nutrients. The first page, if you see, we have listed the basic nutrients required for the plants. The first line, which is having carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So all these three are there. All these three, as you know, these are all natural nutrients. The plant will make itself or acquire it from water, sunlight, and all those things. Next will be primary macronutrients, secondary macronutrients, next micronutrients. Then others will be like silica and cobalt. So all these plant nutrients are required for the plant. So organic agriculture or any agriculture, anything, no, the plant growth and the yield is based on the organic carbon in the soil. Even if it is a chemical fertilizer, chemical farming, if the organic carbon in the soil is very low, nitrogen uptake will be very, 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 very low. Even if you put and if you flood the nitrogen like urea, DAP, whatever you flooded, the plant will not uptake. So the nutrition the plant can uptake will be CN ratio should be 10:1. Even the FIM that they are applying, if you see the nutrition level will be 10:1. Even a chemical farmer will never start agriculture without FIM because of the CN ratio. The carbon content present in the FIM makes the plants to absorb the nutrients. Only with chemical fertilizers, farming is not possible. Only difference will be like organic farmer will definitely use 10 to 20 tons per FIM per acre of agriculture, but a chemical farmer will use minimum 1 ton to 3 tons. That is the only difference. And our formulations are mostly based on biochar based compost. That is number one. We increase the carbon, and all the fertilizers that we are giving, as you know, even a chemical fertilizer cannot give carbon. It cannot give carbon. The content, there is no content called carbon in the fertilizers. So all our fertilizers is based on the carbon. So that is the
Madam, can I
innovative method that we have come up. Somebody
yeah,
speaking?
madam, yeah. I'm Dr. Rangaswamy from University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore. And you
Hello,
are
sir.
talking about,
Yes, sir.
you are talking about the certification of this tissue culture plants, and I am the person who is involved in certification, for some time now.
Oh, okay,
Presently,
fine, sir. Good, sir.
yeah. The main problem with this, the G9 is that, the offsprings which you are talking about, off types, we're still getting, lot of off types and complaints from the farmers, in spite of this, the restriction and also the certification program introduced by the DBT, we still get, lots of complaints. I do not know the reason. Yeah. Another thing, we are talking about Yelaki, and we have a lot of, we have a lot of demand from the farmers. Unfortunately, very few companies are producing this Yelaki Vale, and most of the complaint is that they have less multiplication, low multiplication ratio. What when compared to the G9. So because of this, the farmers are not really getting the tissue culture plants of the Yelaki. So the industries like yours, should concentrate on developing some, the protocols for Yelaki, and also to overcome some of these, the off times and other things. And also you are talking about Yervinia. Yeah, definitely it's Yervinia. It's a major problem in tissue culture plants, tissue culture derived plants, not with the farmers who are using the suckers. So that's also one of the major the constraint as far as this use of these tissue culture plants. So no doubt, with the introduction of this certification program, one of the innovative program that with which I am also associated, really has helped the farmers by getting some genuine materials with less incidence of the off types, or which the farmers were getting to an extent of 60 to 70%. So that has really, this program really helped in terms of the reducing the the disadvantages with this. So currently, I have just retired, and no more with this, the banana, the tissue culture certification program. Now currently, with one of the private hybrid, coconut hybrid company, and you are talking about this, the coconut. I want to just to know whether you have any expertise in coconut, the tissue culture. If so, and what are the common the protocols, or the common protocols and other constraints that you are facing? We are facing lots of constraints. We are not able to get a full plant, or you can say the fully developed the plant lens, in spite of the the several protocols adopted by us using the various types of plants. So do you have any expertise in that?
Yes, of course, sir. I have expertise in that. Myself have the expertise. So coconut, as you know, the palm varieties, we have to work with the gestation period, sir. What is the gestation period that you are working with, sir?
Yeah, it's in some cases it is, they say that the initiation itself is about 6 months, 8 months, or something like that.
Correct.
So yeah, I don't understand why it really requires so much of gestation, and that too in a dark conditions or something like that. Some of the course, most of
the palm varieties are like that, sir. We have to undergo that procedure if we work on higher growth regulators. If we work with little amount of higher growth regulators and all those things, then what happens? The plant, you will feel that plants are coming up, but finally the hardening, at the stage of hardening, the plant will not support it. That is the only problem. The tissues, the xylem as well as the phloem present in the palm varieties are completely different from the other plants. The transportation of nutrition, the mechanism itself completely differs. That is the only problem, that we have to actually understand the gestation period for all the palms, even for date palms. Date palm also same thing. Coconut also same thing. So that is the only problem. And once first question that you talked about was, the Yelaki, G9, the off-type tissues, off-type plants. You are right, sir. As you know, as you are already in this particular field, this is mainly depending upon the the number of cycles the tissue culture laboratory is taking.
Yeah.
So
That
as you know, I think right from 2000, not 2000, 2003 onwards, yes, 2003 onwards, till date, if you see the prices, the farmers are accepting to buy the tissue culture plants, it remains the same, sir. And in fact, it has gone below whatever it was being done. But the input material, whatever they were using, the chemicals or whatever, the price has got increased. That is the only problem. And the tissue culture laboratories which are established, even the norms, as you know, the norms are led by DBT. There are certification procedures happening, everything. And finally, who is working, who is the expert? If you see, the expertise people are very, very less, sir. Who are actually technically sound people are very, very less. That is the only problem. So it is more like trust. Through the trust only it goes. It has become more like a nursery business. So what is happening is, it is all more like a trust. This year I got good yield, so next year I'm going to that company. That's how the people started. Every instead of technical expertise, they only have they try to sell the plants for this particular rate and all those things. But again, the farmers, and from the farmer side, farmer knows, being a farmer, they knows to which company we can go technically, who's doing better. They take the better plants. And one more thing is, they can select the plant when they are going and getting the plant. It is better to go book the plants here, so that the plants are allotted. When you're taking, always take only first grade plants. They should be performing better in the nursery. And second thing, very rightly said, sir, Erwinia is getting transferred from the lab itself. You are very, very right. So Erwinia is getting transferred due to the soil, sir. So as you know, till laboratory conditions, it is all like soilless procedure which we are following. But afterwards, what happens when it comes to the hardening? They initially use coir pits, sir. Again, there are only selective, very few suppliers who supply the coir pit in low EC and all those things. Sometimes the same coir pit company, whoever is supplying, the batch goes wrong. Maybe the EC is not controlled, maybe the sterilization is not proper. The tissue culture company just close their eyes and put a whole batch, maybe it is not sterilized. They get infected. And as you know, whatever pesticide or fungicides, whatever you are giving to the soil, there will be only temporary solution to bring up the plants, but the disease will never go. That is the only problem. As you know, in greenhouses, sunlight is only 50%. Sometimes it will be even 25%, because they use 75% net also during the summer. At the time, the disease incidence to the plant, because they keep in a row, very closed row. The sunlight going to the soil is very, very, very less. So all these problems are there. For this, I would recommend the farmers to go for a soilless polybags. Whoever is selling soilless one, you can go for it, because all the infection comes from the soil only. Because there you have some nitrogen, carbon, everything for the organisms to use it. But in case of coir pit, because it is high in lignin content, as you know, technically, lignin content cannot be digested by the microorganisms very faster compared to the other ingredients. So that the coir pit, whoever people, as you know, the jiffy pots have come and Ellie pots have come. So people who are working out with that, you can definitely buy such saplings. Again, I'm telling, book your saplings, take better saplings, go to a best company, because so many tissue culture laboratories. As you know, I was with my father's company was Genuine Biotech. As I told you, my expertise from 2000. In fact, it was 2008 to 2017 was my expertise. Now I'm actually guiding so many laboratories. I'm not directly into the production right now. I'm consulting even foreign countries, people who are here, right from Pakistan and all. Also, I'm guiding. From here on site, I'm doing everything. So this is what it is all about, sir. So it is more like trust. Technically, the expertise people should be handling the plants. So you trust the company where you feel the quality is good. The farmer has to go there, see the plants and take the plants. Don't believe the company and ask them to deliver it to your place, because it is a plant that you are going to grow for 12 months. Your income is depending on that particular plant only. So ask for the better feedbacks. Go to a farmer. If they are successful, which company, take the feedback and do it. And otherwise, I would say there is no control for this tissue culture plant, sir.
Madam,
Quality everywhere is a problem.
Madam, can I interfere?
Yes, sir. Yeah, no
Madam,
problem.
Do you have any expertise in coconut tissue culture, and do you really producing the seedlings through tissue culture? In case of coconut, I'm very particular about currently because I am associated with lots of problems, and I would be interested to visit your lab and get my staff trained in this. And if you have a
Okay.
facilities like that, if
Sir,
you don't mind.
we are not using any palm, sir, but I have exposure on date palm, sir. Not specifically coconut, but I worked with the date palm for almost 2 years. So I have experience on that thing. But especially for coconut, I have nobody, and we are not producing coconuts also.
No, are you successful in date palm?
Yes, of course, sir. I am successful. Yes.
What is the success rate in this?
Success rate,
Multiplication.
I would say 7 to 72% is what the success rate that I found, sir. But right now I'm not producing it. But when I was doing it, I got 72% as a success rate, sir.
Yeah, because the date palm and the coconut, if I am correct, they belong to the same family, and so the protocols that would
Right. Right.
work support what I'm trying to say should also to some extent at least should support even coconut also. So
Definitely,
in
definitely.
any technical advice or something like that, can I
So I
talk
think
to
Most welcome, sir.
these
You
things
can
can be discussed
get in touch with
later
me for
because
technical
there are other
advice. I
participants.
will suggest you.
Thank you, Dr. Manasa. You have explained very nicely. This
Thank you.
tissue culture is a very complicated thing, and many companies have actually closed down. And like you pointed
Correct.
out, the rates are the same from the last 20 years.
Correct.
Banana
Correct.
is probably from rupees 9 that's gone up to 10 rupees or 12 rupees max.
Correct. Correct,
So
sir.
there are other participants also. Perhaps they would like to
Mm-hmm.
ask questions. Mr. Lakshmipati,
Sure, sir. Welcome.
Rekha Rao, Sudhir Deshpande, Vaishali,
Okay.
please ask your questions. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would appreciate if if I get some inputs for as far as the coconut tissue culture is concerned, sir, because I am totally involved in coconut tissue culture and have some specific problems
Mm-hmm.
in callus and also getting the plantlets. So that's my
Okay.
area.
I got your point, sir. Don't worry. Or I can give you input related to the specific stage also. No issues. I'll help you out on that.
The participants with the name Vaishali, what we'll do is we'll share Miss Manasa's number with you after the call. We'll have it detailed.
Yeah, thank you, madam.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
I
you,
now
sir.
request Miss
Thank you.
Rekha Rao to ask a question.
No, no. For me, this tissue culture is something new. I've not. I mean, I heard about it, but I didn't know how it is done. I want to
Okay.
do know is it can be done for the fruit tree also, like mangoes, etc. Right?
Definitely, you can do, sir, madam. No problem at all.
Oh, okay. I no. For me, this is new, so I just didn't
But
understand
we
that.
generally in tissue culture, no, madam, we have to think how profitable finally for everybody being to run a business. I mean to multiply that, as well as if you see mango trees and all those things, these fruit they are long term crops.
Hmm.
So I feel for the mango tree, grafted plants are better. But if there are some plants which is very very special, which is very tasty and all those things, and which cannot
Exactly.
be multiplied faster,
Yeah.
that can be definitely done through that, but again that has to go to through grafting, madam, to speed up the production.
Okay. So tissue, so most of the time the tissue, this thing culture that you do is for bananas, is it? Which you think
Yes,
is,
yes, madam, because the
uh,
volume, see, mango trees, madam, where the volume is once they plant, they won't come back to us for 20 years, right? Minimum.
hmm, hmm.
But banana,
So
they will come back to us, so we have the
okay,
volume.
okay. So
Yeah,
the grafting process and the grafting is that you make a kind of incision on the plant and then that's how it is, right? Grafting. This tissue is how do
you
you do?
take the stems of you take the stems of the plants which is required, but the root will be a older root. Root will be older root. There are many procedures. Some things they graft it because to protect it from the disease. Okay,
Okay.
and some things they do it to speed up the growth. So it depends upon interest. But all the fruit crops, I would say only, for example, guti, that is also more like grafting for pomegranate. So all these plants to speed up the growth, if you see, that will be better. Tissue culture
Yeah, no,
plant
no.
will
For
be
tissue, what do
slow
you
growing.
do? Tissue, you take a, what do you do? You take the,
Mhm.
how do you do tissue culture? You
Any
take
part
the,
of a plant can be taken, madam.
oh, okay, okay,
Any
okay.
part, even a leaf, even
Oh,
everything, but there
really?
are restrictions depending upon the family. There will be
Uh,
selection of the part, explant part.
uh,
Mostly we take, if it is a bulb part, bulb based one, we take bulbs. In that also, if we want to do some kind of, for example, ornamentals, we don't take that. We take leaf and do some kind of modifications and give different colors, so that the people, new varieties always welcomes. But in case of production, where producing crops, horticulture crops, edible varieties, we don't do all these things. So it depends, madam, what is the variety and all. But as a concept, any part of a plant, living plant, can be multiplied. Even a small leaf can be multiplied. That will develop into minimum of 10,000 plants. One next plant will develop into
wow,
10,000 plants approximately.
my
For
God.
banana, I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, like that. Okay. And
Yes.
on your website, you have advertised some garden kit and all. How do you, what is that contain?
What is that? I didn't get
In
you,
your
madam.
website, on your website, you
Mhm.
have advertised some garden kit you're going to sell.
Yes, of
What
course,
is
yes.
that?
For people who are into gardening, they don't know what is plant, as you know. So they want to grow, they are maintaining the plants. Sometimes they also be interested for taking tomatoes. Even if you take 100 rupees something, buying from outside, they won't be happy. But in their plant, if they get two tomatoes, they'll be the most happiest persons, right? So we help them when you're taking those tomatoes, don't use any inorganic product. Problem with all this kitchen gardening is they don't easily change their soil, madam. So they will be using only the same soil, because they cannot do it because it is a very small area, same pot and all those things. So we help them to use only the organic products. There will be no residues. The in that particular kit, it's like any pest you spray this, it will control. The person need not know what is the type of the pest when it comes and all those things. Any pest you spray this will go. Any fungus or in the plant is going, you feel some disease is there, then you spray this will go. We made it so simple, and it comes as a kit, madam. So if you take that kit, you can take care of your plants of minimum of 1 year. Like that it is.
Oh, okay. It is there is instructions how to use it and all.
Yeah. It has fertilizers for flowering. What you should use. What is the concentration that you should use. Everything is written in that. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Miss
Thank
Manasa,
you,
there is a question in
Shweta.
the chat box by
Okay.
Sudhir
Just
Deshpande.
okay. Just a minute.
Is more practical application for onion plant formations and farming. He wants to know about
Okay.
onion plant
Yeah.
formations.
The package of practice for onions is available. We can share it with you. Stage wise, what nutrients it is required. As you know, all crops and the fertilizers in the field, whatever they are applying without knowing, they just go for some complex 19-all. 19-all is a complex which will have NPK. But at the initial stages, potash is not required. Potash is required only for the flowering, and onion does not require potash at all, and very little quantity at the end for bulb formation. So all these things we don't know. So we can share you the package of practice, why at what time you should use accordingly, and you can follow the instructions. That will be better. And is it for a farming, sir, or is it for a kitchen gardening? How is it for Mr. Sudhir, sir?
Mr. Sudhir,
Please
Mr.
unmute yourself.
Deshpande,
Only for farming, he has mentioned.
Okay, sir. We'll guide you, sir. Don't worry, sir. We can send
farming.
you. I'll share the package of practice to you. That is not completely organic, so don't worry. What to use, how to do everything, we can send it to you. You can follow that, sir. Any questions, you can get back to us. I'll share the email ID also. veggies, teas, tea, coffee, even estates we are taking care, pomegranate, mango, banana, all these are papaya, all these are our expertise. More than 3,200 acres combined we are seeing. Also timbers, tissue culture, teak we are taking care, 800 acres we are taking care. You know about Hosachiguru, the property management company, entire acreage we are taking, and Maple Tree Farms, Infosys company. So we are, in fact, the producers we are giving back to them. They are our buyers from our farmers. The entire produce is going through them. So many organic farmers are connected. Not only organic farmers, as I told you, every farm we are taking, even if it is a chemical farm, we just solve the problem, sir. We take a problem, we prescribe, and then we suggest the crop also based on the soil. Some people will have problem with the water and the soil quality. For that also, how to do that? We have innovative solution for correcting the pH of the soil, because everybody don't have the water from the river or a canal or anything. They are taking only the bore water. As you know, all the bore water will have more salt content. Even the pH will be 8.5. The pH table to absorb the nutrients, exactly, if you see, it should be slightly acidic, which is 6.5, which is not possible. So because of this, only people start pumping lots of nutrients and all those things. If you always adjust it in that particular thing in a very, very innovative solution, cheapest solution that we have made, which has replaced the use of limestone, gypsum, which is compacting the soil. Everything has come down. In fact, it is giving the aeration, it increases organic carbon in the soil, everything. And fertilizer usage has been reduced to 50% minimum. So you can get in touch people who are struggling in agriculture, who want guidance where to get the plants. As you know, as right now I'm not producing the tissue culture plants, but I'm guiding all the people who are producing it because of my expertise. So we can give you the best lead for taking the plant, and we can guide through agriculture also.
Thank you, doctor. And any other questions, Mr. Keshav, Mr.
Mr.
Binakal,
Venkat has a question.
Mr. Venkat? Mr. Venkat, please ask a question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is Keshav.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Keshav,
hear
please.
me?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
So, yeah, I actually took up the G9 variety of banana and grew it. And actually, when I did the natural farming. I didn't use the organic farming method. I just used the natural farming
Okay.
without using the
Okay.
chemicals and all. And when I took the G9 banana to the organic stores, actually the where they sell only the organic and natural thing, the G9
Okay.
banana, they were telling like that G9 banana they won't sell at all. Like there are no customers for that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Where did you take it, sir?
Sorry, the plant, the
No, no. Where
saplings.
did you take the produce to? Who's selling only organic?
Uh, okay, so there are some stores. Yeah, I am from Mysore. Okay.
You're from Mysore. Okay.
Yeah, I
The
just
Mysore region and all Eliki only, sir. Highest. I mean, the consumer is like that, sir. You have to work on the region also.
okay. Is that the only thing, or so
That is the
based on the
only thing,
region?
sir.
Okay, fine. So there is no drawback or anything with that, right?
No, no,
The
no, no.
G9.
Absolutely no, sir. As I told you, we are working with Parani farmers, which is in
Okay.
Gopichettipalayam. They are producing
Uh-huh.
highest G9. So it is not like G9 when you produce organic, they don't accept it. No, it is only region wise the selection by the consumers. So if you see Karnataka, majorly they will go for only LFP. The edible, they like that. They don't like other things. But in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra Pradesh, and all those things, they like this. In fact, you exactly call it as Puttabali, no? Instead of Yelaki, you call it as Puttabali.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yelaki,
So
we call here
that is what
Yelaki.
they prefer. Yeah.
Okay. So otherwise, like for health or anything, there is no problem, right?
As I already told you, sir, they are
This.
not genetically
Okay.
modified or anything. There's a high yielding, very good variety. It has its
Okay.
own properties, sir, because the mass is very good. It is also again a banana. There is no absolutely no.
Okay. Thank you.
Actually, it is one
Nowadays
of the
the
most popular.
subsidies, all these things not there. Earlier and all, before 3 years, 4 years and all, government used to take the plants and they used to supply to the farmers through subsidies. So there is no such thing like it is genetically modified. Some videos and all we used to see and think it is not. As I told you, it is all regulated by the government. Sir. Any GM crop will be immediately identified by the government. They ban it. As you know about this brinjal, BT brinjal, all these things, right? It cannot stay in the market for all these years. It is all being there from 93, 94 onwards. One company, Arison's Malayalam was there, now it is not there. AVT was there, now it is not there because they are all more into tea and coffee production right now, tissue culture plants. Afterwards, Gromer is the one of the oldest company. You see, Spic is there, Cadilla is there. And as I told you, my concern is Gene Biotech. So they are all from 2007 till today. It is all regulated, so don't worry about any health wise some issues will be there and all those things. Everything has its own nutrient content. So.
Okay, yeah, actually, in Canada, in Toronto City, actually, I've been there. I saw there are they sell only this the G9 type of banana, the Pachbala we call, right?
You're right.
Those are the
Yes.
one which will be sold like much. I was
Correct.
actually a little bit shocked. I don't know why. Anyhow, I have the answer now. Thank you.
Yeah, one more thing is, as you rightly said, all the export market they like Jinan because even Karpuravalli in Tamil Nadu, in Andhra also you have one more Amrutapani. All those things are local varieties. Locally you can sell. But if you produce the G9 in your area, when you feel that in that area there is no market, please go for little bit higher production, not 1 acre, half acre. Go for little bit 10-acre production so that you can transport it to the Bangalore city. So Bangalore city,
Okay.
if you see Big Basket and all those people, right? They take it in a very good price. Only thing is again transport should work. Make sure you are going for a little bit minimum of 5 acres, 10 acres volume, so that it will help you to transport it to any place. And it has good shelf life, sir. Unlike other crop, this has very good shelf life. That is the only
Okay.
reason you see it in market.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
So, uh, any of the participants have got any more questions, please? Hello, Mr. Benekan, Mr. who's the other person?
Mr. Venkat, you would like to ask anything?
Mr. Venkat.
You are in unmute mode.
Mr. Venkat is in unmute.
Okay. Mr. Vittu, you would like to add anything?
Yeah, see, actually, this G9 is one of the oldest varieties, and in 1990s
Correct.
onward, that has been
Correct.
multiplied the maximum number of times, I think.
Yes.
And it's definitely the
Correct.
leading variety in banana. And
Correct.
of course, those days there used to be a lot of complaints, and
Mm-hmm.
litigation was huge. But now it
Correct.
seems there are very few companies left, and most of the companies
Correct.
today are definitely the top companies which are left. Uh, more than 50 companies have closed down in Bangalore, tissue culture companies, for
Sir,
various
I
reasons.
changed my stream only because of that, sir.
Okay. Mm.
Because the
So,
only thing, as I told you, sir, it is not economical for the company, sir. As
yes,
when
it is not.
we work so much, as you just think, sir, it is like 1 rupee, 2 rupee income per piece. And if
Yes,
even if we are
yes,
talking about 5 million plants, is 50 lakh rupees. And one
yes,
year turnover can be maximum. I mean, not turnover. The income can be only 1 crore. Running such a big company, and if you are
yes.
talking about the risk involved, every stage is a risk, sir. And finally,
Every
hardening is again one more risk. So that is the only problem, sir. Tissue culture companies, only the big people, they are trying to manage. Again, I'm telling you, everybody will say it is loss, complete loss. Jain is successful because they are into drip and all those things. So that
yes,
they also push these plants also. And till today, the plants being sold by them are like more same G9. No,
absolutely.
if you want to buy from them, it will be minimum is 18 rupees that you will get, and there will be 6 months barrier booking. But other companies who are doing it with all the interest and all, no, again they struggle with all the 6 rupees to 10 rupees range. Income is not very good, sir. Only that is the problem. And being a farmer, again, farmer has to adapt to the new technologies, and they have to try to reduce the cost of inputs without even knowing what is the ingredient in the chemical. They just go to a fertilizer shop and they say a problem, like a doctor, they say some prescription, instead of, even if you ask for some fungus issue, no, they'll give one
Mm.
pesticide, one growth regulator, one everything altogether, because
Correct.
they want to sell
Correct.
it today's sale. Everything they put together to the farm, they increase the cost of production, and they finally say buying a tissue culture material and doing is not more economical. Again they go for one more normal sucker method. Again they will get less yield. All these things are coming, and it is not so good, sir. As I told you, here people who are coming, new people who are entering into the farming, they have to do little bit technology update, do precision farming, even if it is a chemical farming or organic farming, natural farming, whatever it is. But make sure you are not polluting your soil, because everybody cannot have cows, so many cows. 1 acre you can have cow and do the FIM, but it you cannot maintain 10 acre, you cannot have so many cows. All these problems are labor, because these are all labor intensive. You can use soluble fertilizers, calculated soluble fertilizers, but never use fungicides and pesticides to avoid all this locust problem and all these things. No, they get triggered because of that only. It's a normal
Absolutely right.
grasshopper, they are getting triggered, and they behave like this. So in future, what all the problems the farmers will face, we cannot think what is going to happen. So make sure you are at least doing residue free to protect your land and educate your daughters and in future second generation to do farming. Everybody should be a farmer, so that always we should not be a consumer, we should be a contributor also. Every family should be contributing. So
So I'm
start
really
teaching them, you should be contributing. Don't keep on consuming the agri produce.
It's very nice to hear you talk like this, because very few tissue culture companies go into all these organic pesticides and fertilizers, because this is the future of the of agriculture.
Correct,
As you rightly
correct,
pointed out, because of continuous use of these harsh pesticides, uh,
correct,
the grasshoppers have developed resistance and become bigger and bigger and multiply to triple their size. So
correct,
these organic pesticides only hit a few specific pests. That's it. But
correct,
the farmer has yet to
correct.
understand, because he is more keen to listen to the dealer, not to the uh, company to that extent, because the
Yes, sir.
dealer has
And
got
that
a
at that point of time, he
yes,
is masked, sir. When he gets a disease, no, he don't have
correct.
time to think also. He believes somebody and just go for it. That's all.
Yeah, he is not to be blamed, because he's got no time. Uh, he wants to
You're right.
control it somehow. He has lost all his money.
Yes,
He can't lose more.
yes,
So this is all
yes.
the problem of agriculture in India, which is now being,
Correct, sir. Yes,
now the government has understood to some extent, and the trend is towards organic
yes,
farming, and companies like you and you technical people like you to guide the farmers. It's really something very good, and we look forward to
yes.
having you your guidance for other farmers also. And I think
Definitely,
you'll
sir.
be sharing your numbers and your IDs
Definitely,
so
sir.
that we can interact.
Definitely, sir.
Rajni ma'am,
Most
I
welcome,
think
sir. My pleasure.
if there aren't any more questions, shall we uh, tell thanks to Dr.
Yeah,
Manasa?
just one more question. It may not be directly relevant here. Related,
Please.
bit related. I just wanted to know if if there is any way to get the statistics of like which region, what kind of like fruits or vegetables are in demand or anything like. Is there any source for that
No,
or
sir.
Can you
from
There is
repeat the
no
question?
there is no such course. We have to experience it and do it. You just understand what is a crop being highly propagated in your local region. Minimum of 5 villages around you. If everybody is going for one crop, please don't go for that crop. Number one,
no,
and
that's
get the
what
soil and
actually.
water tested.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I didn't say course, like I am saying source of getting data. See,
No, sir.
as you're
You
telling,
have
like,
to. get it tested by among the farmers only. There is no other option.
Okay, so from your company, are you not collecting any such data, like which region or what kind of?
No, sir. As I told you, we are not giving any products or services to any region-wise farmers, sir. It's like we are
Okay.
taking care of, even if it is a 1 acre, we make sure the farm is under our control and we just take care of the farm. That's what we are doing. The expansion is like that, and we give such options to the farmers producers company. As you know, we expand indirectly through them, right? So they take care of
Yeah.
all these things. That's what we are doing. So right now, importantly, what as our company we are doing is we are educating the farmers. Natural farming is completely different. Organic farming is also a calculated farming like a chemical farming. Here, instead of using DAP, we are educating them to use the rock phosphate. And rock phosphate is nothing but a mined mineral. Again, it is a soil where you increase the phosphorus by 15%, and it is not available. It is not available form, and how to convert it to available form, make it available. Like that, the products are completely different, and the service that we are giving is completely different. But one thing you can try
Okay.
is you please go to Department of Agriculture. In nearby you will have some agriculture department. Horticulture always functions separately, sir. So you go to
Yeah.
them and then you can ask some data. They will give last year what was the produce. Maybe 5-year data you can collect and you can take it. But again, mostly
Yeah.
your local farmers, they will have some data. How many acres people are going, what crop they are growing, if they are not
Okay.
growing, and all that. You have to collect it only through communication. Farmers has to talk each other.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll get in touch with you. I'll contact you later.
Sure, sir, definitely. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Manasa, thank you very much for your talk. It was a very interesting talk, something different
Welcome, sir.
from the usual talks that we've been having. We are so glad to have you with your expertise, sharing your expertise, and your numbers will be shared to the participants, and they may be having
Most
questions.
welcome, sir.
Especially the first speaker, Mr. Mahendra, had a lot of questions and a lot of discussions which
Correct.
he would like to have with you. Yeah. So thank you
Correct.
very much, and I
Sure.
request
Thank
now
you, sir.
Mrs. Rajani
Thank you all.
to close the
Thank you all.
session.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Manasa, and it was a good session, very informative talk you have shared with us. And I thank Mr. Brito also, and I thank all the participants for joining this call. And I'm ending the call now. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.